Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Attack on Titan. This is season 3, episode 13. We're finally here. Part 2 of season 3. The one that all of you guys have been telling us about and like you're looking forward to. It seems like seeing our reactions to what's going to happen in this second part of season 3. And of course, we are very excited about getting into it because the way that part 1 ended was with them riding out. Finally, going back to Shiganshina, going for that fucking basement. Let's see if we can get some answers. And then there's also the whole Monkey, Rainer, Berthold stuff going on with that other faction that we just really want to know more about. So let's see if we're finally gonna actually dive into that. And I don't have much more to say. I just want to watch. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon and the link is down in the description below. And here we go.
Starting out with a... Nope.
ウォールマリア領は人類に残された領土の3分の1に当たる。
A little recap, sort of.
人類は生きていいのだと信じることができるだろうか。進め。
Love it.
信じさせることができるだろうか。
Yeah, will it be enough?
ウォールマリアさえ奪還すれば。
Oh, and we know we're not supposed to watch the intro.
Yep.
So we're just gonna look away. Not even... Yeah. And this time around it's because of spoilers. And not just because we don't want any hints whatsoever. It's like, there's straight up spoilers in this one. And we'll just be able to watch it after part 2, I guess. Or after the season. If we want to. Because I know they do put a lot of energy into these.
I'm the type of person that always skips the intro.
Unless it's Peacemaker.
Well. Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Never skip Stranger Things.
I also really like the Expanse intro. That's still a really good intro. But also because, it changes up,
Yeah, as
depending
stuff
on what's
happens.
happening in the story. And that's always pretty cool to see. All right. The town where everything began.
Shiganshina. Shina?
この山さえ越えれば志願しなくはすぐそこだ。
They're close.
悪いな、俺の馬まで。
あなたはここで体力を使うべきじゃない。
そうだぞ。休んどけよ、エレン。
バカ、名前で呼ぶな。周りは常に敵だらけだと思えって。左に巨人、全体停止。周囲を手せ。
大丈夫。ぐっすり寝てる。
Sleep with open eyes?
I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah.
私たちはきっとこの闇夜に守られている。月の光は太陽光の反射だからね。
Yeah.
新種の巨人はその微量な月光を糧にして動いてるって仮説が正しい。
Okay. That's how some of them have been able to move.
震えがなんだ。何がそんなに怖いんだ。
It's understandable.
くそ。
Yep.
こんな調子でウォールマリア奪還に失敗したらどうなる。どれだけの人が失望すると思う。
Don't go down that road.
次の機会なんてもんがあると思うか。どうやって人類を救うって言うんだよ。
With help from your friends.
エレン、
どうしたの震えて。怖いの。
これ寒いんだよ。てかなんかすっげえ寒い。
It's okay to be afraid.
エレンって巨人が怖いと思ったことある。僕なんか初めて巨人と対峙した時全く動けなくなったんだ。
Yeah.
君は巨人の口から出してくれたんだ。なんで君はあんなことができたの。
広い世界の小さなカゴでわけのわかんねえ奴らから自由を奪われてる。なんでか知らねえけど俺は自由を取り返すためならそう力が湧いてくるんだ。多分来年の今頃俺たちは海を見て
Oof, that's a bit of a...
Yeah, we'll see.
麓が見えたぞ。街道跡がある。もうすぐそこだ。
川の音が聞こえる。
What's gonna happen?
僕たちの故郷に。
I must have been emptied out for like, yeah, 5 years now.
Hmm. Yeah, we don't know if there's anyone or anything
No.
in the area.
塞ぐべき門は2つ、内門と外門だ。これによって志願しなくを独立させ、ここにいるのはフードで顔を隠した総員100名の兵士。誰がエレンか分かった時はすでに外門を塞いだ後だ。
止まるな。外門を目指せ。
Oh shit. I just remember the whole thing with Levi.
Yeah, that post-credit scene.
Yeah.
That's still, yeah, just right there.
ベルトルトとライナーが。
They're waiting for them.
俺の家はあの辺りだ。
The monkey, the guy inside of the monkey, did say they'll come to us. We just wait.
巨人が一匹もいない
Yeah,
の。
something's wrong.
だがやるしかねえ。俺にはできる。いや、俺たちなら
We
で
can
き
do
る。
this. Yeah.
なぜなら俺たちは生まれた時からみんな特別で。
Time to seal that fucking wall.
And now he just gave away his position.
Yeah. Yep. They're fucking waiting.
Yep.
It's a new light source.
Good thinking.
Uh-huh. There we go, he did it.
Closed up one gate.
Mm-hmm. That was the outermost gate, right?
成功です。しっかり塞がってます。
やった。
There's one.
Yeah. But where are they? Where are they hiding? Raina and Bertolt.
あなたがやった。自分の力を信じて。
Yeah. Keep believing.
奴らが健在なら何度塞いでも壁は破壊される。ライナーやベルトルトら全ての敵を殺しきるまでウォールマリア奪還作戦は完了しない。
当然分かっています。
Is that why he's gonna?
I don't know. I dare not guess.
No.
調べてきました。やはり何者かが野営していた模様です。ポットは冷め切って地面に闘具が散乱していました。いい匂い。
3?
何の飲み物だ。
Yeah.
それと
Yeah.
黒い液体を注いだ跡があるカップが3つ。
3人だと。
Yeah.
Monkey.
鉄製のポットが冷め切っていたのか。
はい。
我々は馬と立体軌道を駆使して全力でここに到達した。ここから我々の接近に音や目視で気づいたのなら早くて2分前が。
Yeah, then it would still be warm.
They have been there for a while.
それに備える時間も十分にあ
Yeah.
ったという
Fuck,
わけ
fuck,
だ。
fuck, fuck.
しかしどうやって
壁の上にいた3人以外の石膏が存在して。
必要な数の兵を動かし内門周辺に敵が潜んでいないか探り出してくれ。これよりアルミン・アルレルトの指示に従い捜索を続行せよ。壁を隅々まで調べ上げたぞ。
さあ指示をくれ、アルレルト。
Overwhelming.
区内の二手に分かれて何かあれば音響弾で知らせよ。お願いします。
Moving up in the world there, Amen.
彼は我々の大きな武器の一つだ。
どうする？敵を見つけるまで作戦は中断か？
続行する。それも全ては敵の思惑通りというならそれに付き合うのも手だろう。まあ何も隠し事があるのは彼らだけではないからな。
Hmm?
What are you hiding?
敵はいつもありえない方法で僕らの予想外から攻めてくる。
They're inside the wall.
Ah.
アルレルト見つけたのか？
まだです。全員で壁を調べてください。
Inside, yeah.
誰でも思いつく常識の範疇にとどまっていては到底敵を上回ることはできないのです。
我々は勝利するためにここに来たのだ。
再び二手に分かれ壁面の調査を。扉の上部から入念に。
Roger. gonna take a while to check the walls, all of it.
What's gonna happen when they find them?
僕らが壁の中の巨人を知っていると敵が知らないなら、そんな発想はしないと踏んでいるなら。
ここだ。ここに空洞があるぞ。
Oh god! Fuck!
He's right there. Okay.
Oh! Levi!
Yeah, he's just gonna.
No, he didn't. Why? He can't die? What the fuck? Behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you. No, wait.
What?
The fuck is going on? They have an army.
Of course they do.
We know he's good at throwing stuff. What is he going to hit? No, 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 no.
The gay? Or.
奴は扉を塞いだ。
Yeah.
馬が通れない程度にな。ここで決着をつけようと。人類と巨人ども、どちらが生き残り、どちらが死ぬか。
Oh. That took a turn. We should have seen that coming. We knew something was going to happen. I'm when all of those lightning strikes just happened behind.
Yeah, what?
Evan,
I was not expecting that.
and it was just became apparent that it's not just Raina and Bertolt there, and perhaps also the monkey, but their entire force against the entire scout force. Humanity or Titans, who's going to survive? That is that just the entirety of part 2 then? Season 3 part 2 is just one long horrible battle at Shiganshina? Or I don't know. I dare not guess.
We have like what, 11 episodes more
In this one?
in this, right?
No, 9.
9.
There's, 22 in total.
Yeah, okay.
In season 3, so
It's still 9 episodes of.
yeah, a lot can happen, of course. But I'm almost afraid now of getting into the next one.
Me too, man.
Because we are going to lose some people. That is... I don't see any way
That
to avoid
monkey
that.
is just scary.
Really scary. And then with the red glowing eyes.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them. Rainer not being able to fucking die. Like this, as Levi said, some sort of Titan power they don't know about. Because he went straight for the neck and then the chest, I think. Like,
Yeah.
Rainer should have been dead.
But you remember the when Mikasa attacked Bertolt, and she cut him in the neck, like deep cut in the like right here in the shoulder.
That's right. But he was still able to stand up afterwards, and yeah, I don't know. It
But that
just-
would make sense why he didn't die of it. Like he was just he most of all just looked shocked, and it would explain why they can't die of that. I don't know if it's like if they have to like completely separate the head from the, or how they.
Yeah, Levi should have done that instead. Just one big swipe off with the fucking head.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that he was going to do that.
Yeah.
And instead of just
Plunging the
the
blades
chest,
through.
yeah, then just focus on chopping off the head instead.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's insane. If they can't die, then it seems completely
How are we ever going to
hopeless.
defeat them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, what's the goal? Like, what's the mission? What?
Besides wiping out humanity, but what does that look like? And
And why would they want that? they are still, even though they can transform into titans, they are still humans, right?
Themselves, just with Titan powers. And yeah, a lot of questions, as per usual. But that was episode 13, beginning of part 2 of season 3. Really an eerie feeling through all of it, just from the opening. Well, we had that short little recap there, but then them walking through the forests in the middle of the night. The only light source there was, their new light source, the one they kind of learned about, getting closer to Shiganshina, and the fact that there were no titans wandering about like they sort of expected, and it quickly became apparent that, okay, yeah, someone is keeping an eye on us. We are playing into the enemy's plans somehow, but just for now, we have to just go along with it and focus on what we're here to do, which is seal the gates. Eren managed to seal at least one, the gate that, the outermost gate. But now I'm afraid that that's going to bite them in the ass, because now they can't exit that way. And the other way, like the innermost gate, the fucking monkey just threw a big boulder into that, so they can't go out that way either. So they're just trapped inside of Shiganshina. Of course, they have the maneuver gear, so they can go over the walls and whatnot, but their horses are trapped, and they are essentially just trapped, and they have to fight it out.
Yeah, and if there's a long way from wall
Maria
Maria to wall Ose, right? Yeah, so there's a long way between those two walls.
Yeah.
So they can't really move that fast, or it's a long way to move without horses, is what I mean. So yeah, they are really trapped there.
Really trapped. But it's a good thing they have someone like Armin with them, who is just very, very focused and perceptive, and able to pick up on those clues. He noticed straight away that, okay, we've seen something like that before. That must mean that Rainer and Bertolt, they're here. He found the remains of a camp. The whole thing with the pot is cold. So they must have known beforehand that we were coming.
But it was still not enough, even though he is smart, and he even got, as you said, he rose in the ranks. Even though he got some responsibility now, it was still not enough, because they went through the walls, because he also figured that out, where can you actually
hide
and then still have great overview, or I don't know
and also the element of surprise.
Exactly. So where would you do that? Well, in the walls, of course. And when they went through that, Rainer just popped out, but it seemed like it was a ruse.
They were drawing them in there because they had already sprung the trap, so to say. So even if they found someone in the walls, which they did, it was too late, no matter what. As soon as they entered Shiganshina, it was too late.
Exactly.
There's nothing to do, no matter how clever you are, how perceptive you are.
If you don't, they apparently just seems that they're smarter and just one step ahead. And that was also actually something Armin talked about a little bit. How are they always...
Yeah, they always seem to surprise us with something that we don't know about. Some type of new Titan power we've never even seen. So let's try and think along those lines. And it is very clever and all that, but it's still...
They're just one step behind all the time.
Yes, and I do have questions about that, but I'm sure we're going to learn more about how they found out that they were coming and exactly what happened in that scene. And now we've mentioned it several times, but the scene where we saw Rainer and Bertolt again for the first time, at least in the third season, and it looked like they were just in a battle. And Rainer was very injured, or at least his Titan form was just down, and Bertolt ran in and grabbed him. And then the monkey came in and he said, I won. What did he win? He won a battle against who or what? Was that some sort of infighting inside of their faction? And they were just waiting for that to resolve, and then they could plan for the scouts coming. I don't know. It seems like at least that scene was taking place inside of Shiganshina at that point. And then we still need to kind of watch that part of the story, or for them to tell us about that part of the story. Like, what happened beforehand? What sort of battle did they get into? What did they win? And then on top of that, how did they know about the scouts and their plans?
Yeah, how did they know about the scouts? That's the interesting part, I would say, because they also kind of, like, the scouts were suggesting that there might be someone inside the scouts who are still, like, feeding them information, and we knew that beforehand with, like, before we knew about Bertolt and Rainer. We knew that, well, it's someone inside
There's a spy somewhere,
and that showed it ended up being them. But now it's just like, who could it be? Is there still someone inside the scouts?
Is it someone we something we're not going to see coming? Most likely a person that we already know, who's just been fooling us again. We're going to get another one of those moments where it's just, you damn traitor, or I'm not going to, like, this show can do almost anything, it seems like. It shouldn't surprise us, but it certainly does. I'm just so afraid for everyone now. And I'm really afraid that one person that I'm like 99% sure, unfortunately, that we're going to lose Abin. Inside of this. Because that was like the whole conversation between him and Levi before they left. And him agreeing even that, the smartest thing probably is for me to stay here and be that person who can strategize and plan, and we need his brain, so to say. But he wants to see what's inside of that basement, and that's more on a personal level for him. And he took that risk, and that's just, as I said, I'm afraid that's really gonna be the end of him. And then him promoting Armin inside of this one. I think that's also foreshadowing that Armin is actually at one point gonna end up being the new commander of the scouts. But first, we're gonna have to lose Erwin, and that's coming, I think.
I hate that.
I hate that too. He's one of my absolute favorite characters, but I don't see any scenario where we don't lose him in this one. Also, when we take into consideration the post-credit scene from episode 12
with Levi
reacting the way he did. Why would Levi act out like that if he lost someone he truly cares about? Abin. Oh, fuck me, sideways.
No thanks.
No. It's just I almost don't want to start the next episode, because then we can like put it off and just wait for hell to break loose. We're just gonna mentally prepare for that now, and then of course we're gonna jump into it. There's not much more to talk about in this episode, really, because it was just them making their way there and then initiating their plan, and then this eerie feeling, as I mentioned, just throughout all of it, that something's gonna go wrong. You just walked into a trap. It's not a question of is something gonna go wrong, it's just when is that attack coming.
But we did have a tiny moment where Eren was kind of talking to himself, or inside his head, where he was, why am I scared, yada yada. And then he spoke with Armin, and Armin was like, of course I'm scared, like, aren't you afraid of Titan? Well, you've never been afraid of Titans, and how can it be? And then he talked about why he wasn't afraid of Titans, and then he was reminded of that, and then he just he
needed that, and that's something that we also mentioned. It's not just you, Eren, it's the people around you. Like, all of you are going to do this together, and especially with Armin and Eren saving him back then. Armin asking like, what? How did you do that?
Yeah.
What sort of resolve? Like, what happened, man? Even if you were afraid, that's extremely brave. And he just and I back in that during that episode, we did also get that flashback with Eren, like right before he saved Armin. And we saw Armin talking about, going out and seeing the sea and the rest of the world and having that dream and having that something to hold on to gave Eren the strength, and he's also giving others strength. And it's all well and good.
But as some people have pointed out, they have two different reasons why they want to see this, like why they want to go and see the sea, the ocean. Armin just wants to see it because he's curious, and he's like he wants to explore. Like it's this curiosity, rather than Eren, who's more like, well, freedom. It's because it means that I can finally be free. Exactly. Whereas, and we also got a little bit of that. We also heard him talk about like people being cattle and just being inside the walls just because they're basically just living cattle. And it came early on, and it's so like there's a lot of this like strive for true freedom and being truly free, and that's what kind of drives him.
Yes.
So I think those two goals are a little bit
different. Yeah,
a lot,
sure.
lot different maybe, but yeah, it's
but still kind of the same. Like, want to see the sea, but for different reasons,
yeah.
and it symbolizes different things for those two.
Yeah, so I kind of hope they're gonna see it at some point.
Well, Eren is, we know from the opening of season 3.
Yeah.
With the flash forward and him and the long hair. Yeah. And I would think that Armin survives this whole thing, since he's also the narrator as an adult. So that would also make sense.
He's not the narrator?
Oh yeah, like the narrator, every time we hear someone talking, that's Armin.
Oh, sorry, you said Armin. Sorry, yeah, I was like, but that's Armin. But you're right. So
yeah. Not Eren.
Yeah, but I didn't hear the name properly. That's why.
Fair enough. But do you have anything else to add to this one
really
besides what's gonna happen?
Yeah. What the hell?
What the fucking monkey, man?
What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
As we say.
Yes, in the finest Danish accent there.
Danglish.
That's what we call it, with like mixing Danish and English, or very Danish sounding English. Now you know. That's gonna do it.
Yes.
For this reaction and review of Attack on Titan Season 3 Episode 13. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you as soon as possible. Bye.
Bye.